se skupina lidí pokouší najít smysl života.
Hey there, I'm Deirdre, and I'm over here at Subtitles Cafe here in Dalston, and it's also the home of the Czech poster gallery, and it's also the home of some pretty groovy Czech DVDs. I'm making an attempt to become better educated about Czech films, and the Czech poster man, Lucas, he was very generous in suggesting to me a zombie comedy that is called Choking Hazard. And yeah, it came out in 2004. And Variety described Choking Hazard as a comedy full of cheeky fun with buckets of raspberry-hued gore. I'd have to say that that's an accurate description. Came out in 2004, directed by a bloke named Marek Dobez. And it's a low-budget zombie comedy, and it really has to be seen to believe, because first off, it's kind of like a philosophical zombie comedy. It's people attempting to find the meaning of life as they are being chased by the undead. The second thing that I found really kind of unusual is that you get two different types of zombies, which I'll go into in a little bit. Just to put a little bit more meat on the bones in terms of like what this film is about, you've got a blind philosophy professor who has his students. They convene in a very remote location in this motel out in the middle of the Czech forest, and they're having this weekend-long existential discussion, existential debate. Why have we been given life? What is the meaning of life? And throughout the whole proceedings, the students are encouraged to make videos of themselves. So you're seeing lots of the use of, like, you know, handy cams in this film. And this is just like from my own research, but apparently the blind philosophy professor, he's played by a bloke named Jaroslav Dusek. He's quite a prominent Czech actor. Some films, Czech films, that I need to find out more about that he's appeared in. One is called Divided We Fall from 2000. The next one is called Zellery from 2003. And the one that I'm really interested in is a film called Lunacy from 2005 with a title like that. Why wouldn't I want to check it out? Also, totally bizarre, this woman who has only one name, Dada, like Madonna or like Cher, one name, Dada. She makes kind of like a brief appearance, but apparently she was just like really like huge in Czech TV. Apparently she was renowned for her bountiful breast and went on to become a children's television presenter. But she makes an appearance, so that was a bit of Czech cultural history that I was able to get acquainted with. Now, some things that occurred to me about this film. Well, actually, did I even talk about what this film was actually? Yeah, I did talk about what this the plot of the film. The things that sort of stayed with me while I was watching this zombie comedy, this Czech zombie comedy. There were some things that appeared in the film that one doesn't necessarily always see in a film. The first one was the inclusion of a blind person that is having to confront the undead. That was kind of neat. I give a thumbs up for that. Also, the second kind of weird thing that you don't normally see in films in general is the porn star that is a Jehovah's Witness. That was different. That was different. I give that a thumbs up too. Now, getting on to the two different types of zombies. Okay, as I mentioned before, this film takes place in a remote location, a remote hotel in the Czech forest. And the first type of zombie that is reanimated, we don't know why, just reanimated. The first type of zombie that is reanimated is the woodsman zombie. What they affectionately call in the movie a wombie. And then the second type of zombie that is reanimated, these are called the forest freaks. These are called the super woodsmen. And what's different about those is that these are almost kind of like intelligent zombies. I don't want to ruin it for you, you'll just have to see the intelligent zombies in action. In terms of style, there were, in my opinion, a bit of an overuse of Matrix-style bullet time effects. Maybe that will work for you. For me, it was kind of like, okay, been there before, seen it before. But what I really did like was the use of split screen. I thought that that was really groovy and used to really good effect. What I found really accurate is that there's a kind of consistency when it comes to horror films. There's a kind of consistency when it comes to zombie films, regardless of what country or culture you're talking about in which the undead rise. Some way, somehow, you are always going to have a group of people coming together and just making really ridiculous decisions. And that was definitely the case in this film, although it was to a really amusing effect. Humor. There was a small part of me that thought that I might not get some of the humor, because obviously I'm not Czech. But that was not a problem at all. There were some really good running jokes that ran throughout it. Yeah, not a problem at all. Oh, okay. Soundtrack. The soundtrack consisted of death metal, Eurodisco, and swamp rock. And I found it strangely engaging. And the soundtrack, I would be very, very, very happy to get my hands on. I liked it, I dug it. This film did remind me a bit of George Romero's Diary of the Dead. If you've seen Diary of the Dead, which came out in 2007, you'll know that it concerns a group of film students who are filming a horror film with their professor as a zombie apocalypse unfolds. And I just sat back and I had to think to myself, whoa, Romero made that in 2007. This film came out in 2004. Did Romero maybe see this film? Who knows? The gore factor. There's gore in there. There's gore in there. But because I have been raised on Romero's style of zombie films, I personally expected more, you know, I'm accustomed to seeing zombies just like, you know, chewing on their victims. But having said that, there's plenty of gore for folks out there who are into to gory stuff. Oh gosh, here's the big one. Here's the big one. Could I recommend this film to other people? Yeah, I could. I do know plenty of people that are into low-budget, schlocky kind of films, and this film would definitely ring their bell. You know, I sat back and I thought to myself, if I knew some friends that were having a zombie comedy week, I think that Choking Hazard would definitely be a really good fit with Fido. It would be a really good fit with Cockneys versus Zombies. It would totally fit in with Warm Bodies, and obviously it would be really good to show alongside Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, that's just kind of like, you know, my impressions of the film. Yeah, Thanks a lot for tuning in. Ciao.